Broadcasting from somewhere in the Hollywood Hills.
You have arrived. We are Nick and Desiree's Infinite Dance Cast.
Dance Cast?
Your dance all day, every day, all the time. Make sure you follow us on Twitter at iDanceCast, at Nick Drago, or at Desiree Robbins.
We are available on iTunes. You can check us out on the web at infinitedancecast.com. Each and every single one of our episodes are free and available to download online for your listening pleasure. I have to say, Desiree,
Tell me.
you have fantastic articulation.
What?
Did something happen? Did Michael Benicos give you a note and you had to change your speech patterns?
I am trying to take a little bit more time instead of being so fast.
Right.
And maybe that's helping. Well, listening to yourself on radio, which I've had to do. I've been forced. I've been tied in a chair. Listen to yourself and improve. No, I'm kidding.
Right.
So I'm glad that somebody's noticing it.
I think you sound great.
Well, thank you.
I'm going to try and stop saying and okay so.
Okay, so
How have you been?
it is hard to break some of those habits. I have been good.
Yeah.
I'm getting did you know my glow?
Yeah, you have a tan, and I think you changed your hair.
A little bit. It will get changed again. Don't worry.
No, it looks good.
Thank you.
I fell in love with a girl today at the gym who had hair like yours, but it was darker. It was more purple.
All right.
Yeah.
You're expanding your horizon.
Yeah, now I'm going to do girls with purple hair.
Yeah, that's awesome. Blonde. I was like white. Blonde to color.
Yeah.
You're letting more. You must be seeing in color.
I guess so.
That's awesome. That's
All right,
awesome.
whatever.
No, I'm using this very inexpensive. I was going to say cheap, but it's not cheap. Inexpensive.
Nothing we do is cheap.
Really. Jergens lotion that you get at like CVS, but it's a self tanner. But it's not like an orange. It's very, very little product in it for the tanning purposes. And I've gotten more compliments. Everybody thinks I just got back from Hawaii. And then I found 2 other women that are using it too. They're like, I discovered this Jergens stuff. I'm like, me too.
You girls
I
with
know.
your lotions and such.
I'm a product, hoarder.
Most of these products are in French, I feel like. I don't get it. A friend of mine gave me, she's an esthetician, she gave me some nail products or whatever.
Nail.
Male.
Okay, good. I was like, you're doing your nails?
Do your nail.
You're doing your nails? No, go ahead.
I don't understand what it is.
Is it for your face?
It's like hula, 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 hula. Yeah.
Well, they don't. It must be the, and then they put it in the
like that's
product.
German.
Well, you're right, because French is more nasally.
Well, you must be getting ready to go back to Austria or something.
No, not yet.
You really have to listen to every episode.
But tell me what you're using on your face and why.
Well, I haven't used it yet because I said to her, I'm nervous to use this because...
You don't want to get addicted, Nick.
No, I don't
to
know
the great
what
way you're
going to
look.
Me.
It's a toner. Is it just a toner?
I don't know.
How many products is it?
This is like 4.
It's a system.
Is it? I don't know what that means.
I'm going to say I would start using it.
I mean, I'm a dude.
Doesn't matter. Michael, okay, for a gentleman that says, I don't really use products, I find my jars more empty than they should be. Let's be honest. But he does look good.
Well, I'm an actor now, so maybe I need to start doing that.
I'm telling you.
You know?
Everybody does it.
Everybody's doing it.
Yeah, no. No. How about that one? That one I'm going to listen to 25 times and go, why did I say yeah, no? I
don't know. I'm afraid to talk because I was afraid I was going to say something that I'm not supposed to say.
Right.
You know?
So everything's good. Gardening going well. I've got artichokes coming in. I'm hoping that they're going to survive. I don't know what to do because of the gophers. This is my dilemma.
Desiree, to all our listeners, when I went to the restroom, I didn't need to tell people that. I was nervous.
It's a time frame thing.
I had to go number 1.
Yeah, thank you.
I was drinking my protein shakes and I'm turning up the cardio because I'm trying to get on fat again.
Okay.
And I come back out and Desiree's hammering a stake into the ground and she says, look at me.
I know.
As if to say, what have I become? I'm hammering a stake into the ground because the gophers are eating my artichokes.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
But we've been, we've been eating off it. I made some great risotto with all of my fresh, well, I guess you'd call them spring vegetables.
Yeah, sure.
And I got some corn, lots of tomatoes. Tomatoes, as my friend would say. It's been fun. And just traveling.
What about our guest today?
Love.
She's great.
It's really nice to have Nichelle on because I personally have known her a long time. Hard worker, and she's really versatile in many things.
Very sweet.
And she's very sweet.
One of these.
She's a normal person.
Yeah, and she's an artist. She's
As
an
we
artist.
like to say.
Yeah, she's an artist, but she can still carry on a conversation.
Right. She's an artist that actually can do business.
I love that about her. Love that about her. So
yeah, and she teaches at the Edge, of course, so you could take from her there. But she's got a couple other great places that she teaches at. She teaches at. She's doing a great workshop this summer, and that's primarily I wanted her to be able to come on and talk about that. It's a 2-day event that's coming up in August. So she has great connections. So she's making. Now I'm slurring.
Because
because you said the great enunciation.
I'm exhausted. I don't know about you, but summer hasn't even started, and we're crazy.
I don't know what was going on in my dreams. I was very busy.
Speaking of dreams, we're in a movie.
Now, I was just going to say, so now are we going to do last night's dreams? Now that would be a funny one.
What's that? Oh, last night's dreams?
Yeah, that would be funny. No, but we are doing musical film reviews. And so I they call it a modern musical. It is entitled Once. Did you see it?
I saw it twice.
Once. It's a very, very simple story about a 6-string guitar player that plays on the streets. He meets an immigrant who watches him play. She's a piano player. They end up creating amazing music together, coming up with an album. You think they're going to fall in love, and they become best friends, but I won't tell you the end. But
you don't want to ruin it for us.
Right, and great songs come from that that many people have used. The soundtrack was nominated for 2 Grammy Awards, Best Compilation Soundtrack and Best Song for Falling Slowly, which is a song we used on tour together. It's a simple, and the way it's shot, not a lot of edits. Lots of them are one shot. They rehearse, and they're not really actors. They're actually the musicians, writers that play those parts. And it's basically about a struggling musicians, and then so I relate to it a lot with being around my husband and things like that.
But he's not struggling.
Not at this point, but I remember those days.
You remember those days?
I remember those days, and the film, its filming's still a little shaky because they don't have the steady cams. It's really natural. It's also on Broadway right now, and it was the winner of 8 2012 Tony Awards, including Best Musical. So it's something to see. Janae just went to New York. I told her to see it, and she's like, I don't know where it's from. I said, you'll know every song because it was a great soundtrack. Anyway.
We'll check it out. Once. Or twice. My movie pick today is Easter Parade, the 1948 American musical film starring Julie Garland, and Fred Astaire. You also got Peter Lawford and Miller is in there. It's a great film. It's the highest grossing MGM film of 1948. This is a great film. Easter Parade. It's got one of my mother's favorite songs. Easter Parade.
It's one of my favorites too. I mean, I guess I say that about a lot of the ones you do.
They've got a love triangle where, of course, the girl falls in love with the best friend and leaves him, and this is something I'm used to. And then the main character goes and drowns in sorrows at a bar. And originally, Gene Kelly was slated to play Fred Astaire's part, but he ended up breaking his ankle, which is why you don't go bungee jumping in 1948. Just kidding. Fact check that.
He did?
Right, exactly. This is the second time in a film that a character says to Judy Garland, "Why didn't you tell me I was in love with you?" The other time was Gene Kelly saying that to her For Me and My Gal. The film deleted a musical number, Mr. Monotony, As you
How
know.
dare. You could do it. We could
I
plug
could
it
totally
in.
do it. Talked about Gene Kelly. Ann Miller actually had a pinched nerve in her back, so she had to do her dance numbers with a back brace, and she was a lot taller than Fred Astaire, so she had to wear flats during the musical dance numbers, which I thought was very interesting. It's a great film about finding a partner and all that good stuff. So go check it out. Fred Astaire, I mean, he's awesome.
Flow 40 Dance Workshops is the nation's premier in-house dance experience. We come to you and offer dancers a personalized workshop in the comfort of their own studio. Build a customized schedule to best suit your student needs. Our faculty work in every facet of the entertainment industry. And now, for a limited time, Desiree Robbins is in the mix. Book her for your next workshop. We're available for booking year-round. Visit flow40dance.com or call 818-985-7005 for more information. Flow 40 Dance Workshops. Work hard, dance strong.
Hey, welcome back. We are Nick and Desiree's Infinite Dance Cast.
Dance Cast.
We are dance all day, every day, all the time. Make sure you follow us on Twitter at iDanceCast, at Nick Drago, or at Desiree Robin.
For those of you who think contemporary has all the answers, I urge you to apply your proverbial earmuffs, as this may come as an absolute shock to you. Don't be appalled, but with us now is someone who takes, teaches, and actually loves ballet class. Yeah, I said it and I'm not ashamed. As a faculty member, she is hooked up with the Los Angeles Ballet Academy and Edge Performing Arts Center, teaching a variety of styles to young, talented dancers with hope-filled eyes that are hardly ready for the harsh reality of professional dance. Nevertheless, this is a class you should take if you want to make something of yourself. She's a phenomenal teacher and performer. You've seen her in commercials for Mervyn's, McDonald's, Bacardi, and NBC. You've seen her in Totally Blonde, Austin Powers 2, Clueless, and Friends. She is the founder and artistic director of the Los Angeles-based Reflections Dance Company. She has bowling on her special skills. We're going to ask about that. Please welcome to the show, the lovely Nichelle Bane.
Hi.
How's it going? Good.
Good.
All right. Well, thanks for being here.
Pleasure.
You were lucky enough to experience our life in times of technical difficulties in the podcasting world. But
Really?
I have to say, Nichelle, you are an extreme professional, and though you may be cursing us in your head, you have kept a very good
Professional stature.
professional
Like
stature.
I said, it's live theater.
It really is. It's a glamorous job.
Exactly.
But it's a tough world, much like the dance world. But you have definitely made your mark in a very good way. You have a lot going on.
Yes,
Right.
definitely.
Let's talk really
Yeah.
fast about the first event that I wanted to talk about that's coming up in a couple weeks. And this is the weekend that you have planned
Yes.
at LA Ballet.
Yes.
So if you can tell the listeners a little bit about that, just really fast touch on it so they know if they want to come sign up.
Yes, I'm really excited. This is the first year that we're doing it. It's called Summer Wind Up, to put a cap on the end of the summer.
Right.
And it's a mini convention. We want to really focus on good quality teachers, jazz, contemporary, jazz funk. We have at the studio a huge ballet intensive that we do. So I really wanted to start something for the jazz dancers that
Right.
are out there. So it's on August 10th and 11th.
Great.
And it's 5 classes a day, both days, and amazing teachers. You, of course,
That's
Desiree.
it. Listen,
There you go.
I myself.
right.
And
you're doing lyrical.
I'm doing
which is
lyrical,
great,
yes.
because a lot of kids these days,
Yeah,
lyrical
going back to
kids-
some of the
yeah.
basics and stuff.
Nice.
Yes.
Sorry, keep going.
Scott Hislop is doing contemporary.
Right.
I have Josie Walsh and Nicole Harlan for ballet.
Ooh, that's
Great.
a good power
Great.
team right
Oh
there.
yes,
Yeah.
love it. And that's how we're starting the day too. We're going to start with a nice ballet class, and then the rest of the classes are jazz and contemporary.
As life should be.
Right?
You should
It's
always start with
so
ballet.
True.
So important,
It's so true.
yeah.
So important. So that's it. And where can they sign up? Online?
Not online, but you can call Los Angeles Ballet Academy.
Perfect.
And talk to the office manager or stop by. It's
Okay.
in Encino on Ventura Boulevard, just east of Havenhurst.
Perfect.
Oh, it's in the neighborhood.
Yes,
Encino's right next door.
yes,
Yeah.
It is right next door.
and
Cool,
it's a
so
beautiful place.
Do you expect a big turnout?
I hope so.
Yeah, great.
It's the first year, so we're gonna see what we can do and hope for the best.
Yeah, this is a nice change because there are a lot of dance opportunities, classes, and things go on during the summertime, the fall, and very rarely do you have such a nice concentrated group of faculty members in a dance studio in Los Angeles.
In a really nice dance studio.
Yes.
This is a very nice facility. So built for dancers.
Yes, it's a great facility. It's great faculty. I mean, there's more faculty than what I mentioned too. It's
Jen Hamilton is also teaching that.
Yeah.
I think what's also great is if you are out here this summer and, everybody runs to the Edge and Millennium, which is because they know it.
Right.
This could be a weekend of, boom, 5 classes a day, you said. So it's something to think about, and you can get on Facebook and online and check it all out. It should be easy to
And you can check it out at laballet.com.
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 Perfect.
Cool.
So I just wanted to touch on that because I think that's really important.
You also have Scott Hislop on.
Yes.
Yeah.
We had him on the show.
Yeah, love that guy. He's great.
Yeah, really a great guy.
Okay, cool. So you are also teaching this summer Showstoppers Nationals?
Yes.
In Galveston, Texas.
Yes.
That's kind of my neck
Nick
of the woods.
is excited about that.
July 10th through the 12th.
Have you been there before?
Not to Galveston.
Okay.
No.
Oh, yeah, you got to walk around. It's great. Great seafood, good people, music.
Excited.
So are you teaching and judging?
Not judging. Just
Ooh.
teaching.
How'd you get away with that?
I don't know. I know. Last time I checked, they had like 3 ballrooms going nonstop.
That's like 10 hours judging a day. Well, good.
Oh, you are one busy lady.
What will you teach there? What do they usually bring you in to do? Is it a lyrical or a jazz or a musical
I'm
theater?
doing like lyrical contemporary.
Okay.
Yeah, that's my main thing. I mean, I started as a ballerina.
Yes.
And then decided that I wanted to move on and do other stuff, and I grew up doing everything, so that was the easy transition.
Right.
And I fell in love with lyrical because it takes the jazz and everything, but you have that technique of the ballet and stuff. And so my contemporary is very technical, where some contemporary is very stylized. Mine's very technical.
Right.
I totally get it.
Well,
Yes.
I really do, though. I mean, I totally get with that. Tell us your biggest inspiration in this area, and where'd you move from? Are you from here?
I'm from San Luis Obispo.
Okay, so you're.
So I'm
that's where
she's
Chuck
another.
Liddell's from.
She's another California girl.
Yes, so it's a 3-hour drive. So
That's nice.
I came down a lot when I was a teenager and took classes, and of course, one of the people that I took classes from was Doug Caldwell.
Yes.
And when I moved here and got to be great friends with him and assisted him for many years, and that's
sure did.
how I met you.
Right. It's interesting because so many dancers these days, they don't realize that Doug Caldwell was quite, I always say, he really made lyrical big.
Yes. Yeah.
And kids these days need to understand where that bass came
And
from. I know, I'm sorry. That shows I'm getting old. But it's true, and it's just also with like the Joe Tremaine thing for the jazz. I mean, they're not relating that. Even Jackie Sly, relating to that.
And
these people
I
did
do
this
say
for
that
us.
when I'm teaching, I refer to him all the time because, I mean, I was assisting him and dancing with him for so long that I have to pay that respect to, what I do has a huge thing to do with what he taught me.
Absolutely.
Heroes get remembered.
Exactly.
But legends never die.
Amen.
I like that even better,
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. I'm interested in her company.
Oh, yeah. So, Reflections Dance Company. Tell us
Yes.
about it. How did this get started, and how many people are in the company? Give us the skinny.
Well, it's kind of over the past few years, a company that's been kind of working and morphing, and you know how it is in the arts. It's finding the right funding
And in Los
for it.
Angeles.
And in Los Angeles.
Oh,
So
yeah.
so I've been so fortunate to have amazing groups of dancers that want to dance with me when they're not working.
Well, yeah.
Which is so what you have to do.
Which is often.
Right
Because
nowadays.
LA is so sporadic. So
So,
that's nice.
Yes, but I have a lovely group of dancers that I work with.
Now, as an artistic director, how do you deal with, oh, hey, I booked this big commercial, I'm going to be out of rehearsal for a week? What's the protocol there?
Yes, yeah.
They're professional, I hope.
Right.
When I first started doing this, it was really hard because, I'd be like, okay, I got my cast set, here we go. And then, I booked a job. Okay.
Right.
Yeah. So it was really hard to deal with. Now I just kind of like, okay, someone has to go, someone else will come in.
Right.
And it always works out. And I've been so fortunate with the dancers that I've ended up with. And I love them all and wish them all the best.
So that's good for you dancers out there to know that understudies, even though they wouldn't necessarily, maybe be called that in this instance.
Right.
So smart.
Instance?
Well, that you should pay attention and know all the parts because these things really, really happen. And would you call that in LA more of is that what they call a pickup company?
I would think so.
I don't. I mean, I'm learning my terminology.
Yeah,
but because you don't. Yeah.
My hopes is that I keep putting my work out there and I keep doing it, and someday I find someone or some way of funding.
Yeah.
That says we want to back you.
Right.
And, my dream is to have all of my great dancers and take them on tour
Sure.
and pay them all
Sure.
hundreds and thousands of dollars.
Right.
Or
at least, yeah.
Or at least a couple dollars.
At least hundreds.
At least hundreds.
So how long has the company been around? Oh, we're going to. I'm sorry. We're leaving it as a cliffhanger.
Okay, cool. Well, so we'll be back with Nichelle Bane. This is Infinite Dance Cast number 83. Be ready to answer that question when we get back.
Okay.
We're going to be really solid on that. We'll be really hard on it. All right, Nick and Desiree's Infinite Dance Cast. We'll be right back.
App Gravity is the fastest, most powerful way to search for Android apps. Getting started is easy. Simply enter the name of an app, and in just one tap, you're ready to install. Feeling adventurous? Search for something broad like productivity or travel, and use our filters to personalize your search, helping you find exactly what you need. App Gravity is the search engine that puts you in control. It's no wonder the next web said App Gravity is like a better Google search for Android apps. App Gravity, delivering the fastest, most relevant app results.
Hola, mi nombre es Miguel Zárate, and you are listening to Nick and Desiree's Infinite Dance Cast.
Hey, welcome back. We are Nick and Desiree's Infinite Dance Cast.
Dance Cast.
We are dance all day, every day, all the time. Make sure you follow us on Twitter at iDanceCast, at Nick Drago, or at Desiree Robbins.
We're in studio with the lovely Nichelle Bane. You talked a little earlier about... we have to answer the question first. Sorry, I get excited.
The cliffhanger.
The cliffhanger. How long has your company been around? Was that the question?
Just how long has it been going? And
Well, it started about 8 years ago. We started doing a show called Momentum through Los Angeles Ballet Academy, which is we take our youth performing companies that I am one of the directors of, and I bring in professional companies to dance in the show with them. And it started in studio, like a little show in the studio, and has grown into this amazing show.
Cool.
So I wanted to do pieces of my own. So I kind of started this little group, and it was kind of funny. We came up with the name by a joke one day. And so I just started using the name since then, and it's gotten a little bigger each year, and we've, started doing more things. The last 3 years, I've had pieces in the Palm Springs Dance Under the Stars Festival.
oh, that's fabulous. How fun.
So it's been a fun ride.
Do you audition for your dancers, or do they come? Do you finally find them mainly like they come to your class, or they study with you, and you go,
Different
Right.
ways, yeah.
you would be really good
Yeah.
for my company.
Yeah, there's different ways that I've gotten dancers. I have one girl who I literally have trained since she was about up to my waist.
So you love her
gosh.
because she's got your stamp, which makes life easier.
And you trust her.
Yes.
Yeah,
You give her a
that's
note. She's not going to take it
cool.
personally.
And she is amazing, and
Good.
it's been so much fun to watch her grow into this young adult.
Who is it? What's her name?
Her name is Fallon,
Okay.
and she is just the best. I've known her for years and years. I've
That's her
watched
first
grow up.
name? Is Fallon?
Langston, yes.
Wow. Whoa. That's a good name.
Sounds like she's going to be really famous.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly.
It is. Well, I think that's very exciting. It's nice to hear about dance companies here in Los Angeles, and I know it's not easy, so it's great. It's great to hear. And they have a performance coming up
Yes.
in. They have a performance in Santa Monica
At Mix Match Dance Festival in Santa Monica, August 23rd and 24th.
Yes.
Now, we don't have a website for that, but if they check your Facebook, which is facebook.com/Nichelle Bane.
Yes, I will be posting about that.
Nichelle and then Bane.
Yes.
So you'll be posting about that. You also have Twitter. It's
I was
also
going to say, don't we have a Twitter?
at Nichelle Bane.
Yes.
Oh, well, that's easy.
Branding.
I made it easy.
Darn
for
it, I
everyone.
can fit. I love those. I got at Desiree Robbins. See, I think with your name and my name, we're pretty good. Well,
Yeah.
Drago, it should be.
I got Nick Drago.
Well, yeah.
Well, eh.
No, I know. I just have to do the Drago.
Oh,
you
yeah,
know,
you
just
can do
because
Drago.
everybody Drago.
Drago. Now, you also have NichelleBane.com.
Yes.
Yeah, you're really good at branding here. It's very straightforward.
She's covered.
Yeah.
She's covered.
Yeah.
The only thing that's the hard part is the N versus the M.
Right.
Yeah,
So
everybody
many-
thinks, did she say Nick?
The best is when I write it, and
Right.
they're like, is this supposed to be an N?
And you're like, yeah, I just
You're like, no, I messed up spelling my own
I
name.
forgot I left out a hump.
I got lazy. I figured it was
That's
you could say.
funny.
Switching gears really quickly, you talked about Doug Caldwell being an influence of yours. Recently, you did a Trading Spaces spot with him. Is that correct?
It was a long time ago. But
Okay,
yeah.
so a long time ago.
Let's talk about it.
Recently, a long time ago,
Yes.
you assisted him.
Yes.
Tell us about that. What's it like being on set with Doug? 'Cause we've all talked with him. What's it like being on set with Doug?
She got this smile on her face, like, okay, hold on,
Right.
which parts can I?
Yeah, no, it was a lot of fun. It was we worked with Paige Davis
Uh-huh.
and like 4 boy dancers, and it was a little spot that they did like a showgirl type thing, and because she was a dancer.
Yes,
And so,
yes, yeah.
yeah. So it was a lot of fun, and he's crazy, but in a great
Now,
way.
you guys actually, you choreographed for them for something on the show? Or you actually traded spaces?
Or was it a promo?
Oh no, it was a promo. It was like
Okay, because I'm
commercial.
like, wow, that was...
Wow, they were
that
really.
would have been an
they're
interesting.
I
really-
mean, they were dancing and trading spaces?
and hammering nails at the same time.
That's
That could've
really
been interesting.
neat.
Yes, yeah. It was when the show was
I
popular.
think I remember seeing that and knowing that Doug had... that's awesome.
So is it
How
a
fun.
rehearsal, 1 day rehearsal, 1 day shoot? How-
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah, so quick.
Yeah.
Who were the dancers that you used? Do you remember?
I don't remember.
That's okay.
Nick's got to know because he's got to know
I just have
how
to-
old he was and why he didn't get
And
the
why
job.
why
Doug
you
didn't
weren't-
call me on that. Okay, thanks, Doug. All right. You better watch out. I'm going to see you at the Admirals Club next week. We're going to have words.
No, stop.
You were one of the dancers that did Austin Powers 2.
Yeah, I was actually was one of those dancers in like a big scene with like hundreds of dancers. And so
Yeah.
there
But
was,
you
like,
we for sure saw you.
there was a few that I remember sitting in the theater going, there I was. There I am.
Right.
There I am. Yeah, it was one of
That's
those scenes where
funny.
there was like the 5 dancers that were with Heather Graham. I was not one of those, but there was a whole bunch of others.
That doesn't matter. That
Still
sounds like
have
a
it.
fun set, huh?
I had some words with Mike Myers. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Was it so
well,
funny?
I should say Austin Powers flirted with me.
Oh.
Was he in character the whole time?
Yes.
He was?
Yes.
Really?
I would, that's just something I would imagine he would be
Yeah.
because
Especially
he's so good at what he does, and I would think that accent and stuff, you kind of got to keep that.
You got to
persona
keep it going. Yeah, I guess it kind of helps him improving in
I
between
mean, how do you have
takes,
this conversation and then be like, "Hi, baby"?
Yeah.
I don't know. He's a professional. He probably can.
Oh, yeah.
How long was that shoot?
If I remember correctly, it was about a week.
That's great.
Yeah.
I know. We're like, wow.
That's awesome.
That
you never
is-
get that anymore.
No.
Marguerite Derricks?
Yes.
Ah, okay. Okay, great. You've got a lot of great stuff on here. Friends, you did Friends.
Yes.
Cool.
Talk
was
about
fun.
that.
Yeah,
How-
that's
that's
awesome.
a classic.
That's how I got my SAG card. That was my first big
Little
job
Taft
in
Hartley?
Hollywood. Yes.
Nice.
Yes, that was my first big
And so,
Hollywood
what was the scene?
job.
I'm just curious.
Just a little bit.
When Monica worked in the 50s diner,
Yes.
and
Yes.
the dancers that got up and did the YMCA on the counter,
Okay, I'm
Nice.
gonna go Netflix it because I gotta watch it.
and I have a big giant beehive,
Yes.
Isn't that funny how the many years of ballet class you spend
and I did the YMCA.
and you do YMCA?
But she was probably darn good at it.
Oh, man.
I
Well,
mean, straight lines and the Y.
Yeah.
There's no messing up
we
there.
train so hard so we can do the easy stuff really great.
That's Hollywood.
That's Hollywood for you.
What do you think was your favorite? Because you have some really fun ones. What was your favorite? I know sometimes that's hard to...
Mervyn's,
So hard to
McDonald's.
say. Friends was a great experience. We
I
actually
would
did 2
think.
episodes, so
Yeah.
that was 2 full weeks on set with them. Unfortunately, the second episode, the dance got cut out. That's how that happens all the time.
But don't worry, she still got paid.
Exactly.
Baby.
And just interacting with them
I would think
and
they'd be a
seeing
really neat
who was
stuff.
really nice and who was standoffish. And Tom Selleck was on that week.
Oh, I loved
I
it.
hung out with Tom Selleck.
Aw.
Yeah.
Who'd you
You have
like
some
more,
great
Tom Selleck or his
memories.
stash? Was his stash his
It's
mustache
pretty
in full
epic.
effect?
It's
yeah.
pretty epic.
You're right.
Do you
You're
kind of
right.
just want to touch it? I feel like I'd want to comb his mustache. If I
yeah.
saw
If, no, if she did that, she might look
A little freaky, yeah.
They might have escorted her off the set.
I've been on that set before too when it was shooting. It's odd because they all kind of meander on set and they're still reading their scripts and they're going through it and they're just messing around. I'm like, dude, you're making $1 million an episode. I'd have my lines memorized front and back.
Well, they don't need. It's like us with the dance, but
I know, but it's crazy.
It's crazy. The two Matts were like playing football in their apartment between takes.
Right.
So, yeah.
I think that's just a neat experience.
Yeah, they were great. They were like a really fun cast to work with.
Who was I'm not going to ask you who was the most standoffish.
But we are right now.
But we are. Who is it?
Who
was the coolest? Did any of them talk to Monica? I'm sure had to be cool with you guys. Or Courtney Cox. Sorry.
Because we were dancing with her, yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ross.
I do hear
Schwimmer. David Schwimmer.
I know, but which part of the spectrum was he? Was he towards the smiley face or the not smiley face?
He was so nice. The scene when we were shooting on the counter and the rest of the friends were sitting in the booth.
Yeah.
After each take, he stood up and helped every one of us down off the counter.
That's cool.
And he's a big producer, so he does a lot of other things. I just imagine he's one of those.
Who says chivalry is dead?
Huh?
Who says chivalry is dead?
Right.
Not David Schwimmer.
No, I've heard that a lot about him, that he has a lot of respect for everybody he works with, and he also produces a lot of events. Yeah. And if you think about it, he wasn't one that had to get another show, right then.
Yeah.
I can't believe that we just...
Such good timing, Desiree.
I mean...
Do you do this often? All right, we're here with the fantastic Nichelle Bane. Infinite Dance Cast number 83. Can't believe it took us 83 episodes to get you on, but you're on.
You're
that
here.
Makes us happy.
Thank you.
We'll be right back. Rack? What does that mean?
And we'll be right back, so don't worry.
Are you a dance company, teacher, choreographer, producer, or director looking to market yourself for your current projects?
Do you need just a little extra push to get the word out?
The answer is yes, Desiree. They do.
Nick, how do you know what they need?
I know our listeners. They need our help to spread the word about their shows, projects, and whatever else they have going on. And guess what, Desiree?
What, Nick?
It just so happens that we have the airtime just for them.
That's right. We have ad space available for you. We have both 30 and 60-second spots available for you.
Get the word out to the entire United States and countless other countries. Did he just say countless other countries? Yes, he did. Infinite Dance Cast has audiences all across the world, including Canada, China, Japan, the United Kingdom, Switzerland, Germany, Austria, Romania, Australia, Denmark, Brazil, the Philippines, Mexico, and more. But I won't say the others because they're too hard to pronounce.
Email us at info@infinitedancecast.com for more details. Subject line, advertise.
Nick and Desiree's Infinite Dance Cast, giving you a voice worldwide.
Party people, this is Greg Russell, and you are listening to the coolest people in the world, Nick and Desiree's Infinite Dance Cast.
Hey everyone, welcome back. We are Nick and Desiree's Infinite Dance Cast.
Dance Cast.
We are dance all day, every day, all the time. Make sure you follow us on Twitter at iDanceCast, at Nick Drago, or at Desiree Robbins, or at Nichelle Bane.
You have such good articulation. Doesn't she have good articulation? Unbelievable.
Well, I'm trying very, very hard.
See, Nichelle, here's the problem. We listen to these episodes and we criticize ourselves.
Oh, it's awful.
It's awful.
And my husband, because he does the production, the sound, we listen to it like 5 times. So I start to really hate myself. Like, I've got to stop doing that. I got to stop doing that. And I know I laughed. And so
It's the worst listening to yourself.
it's just like watching yourself dance on video. You start to correct yourself like, oh, I can't do that again. I can't do that again.
Yeah.
So
Stop having floppy hands.
Oh, it's kind of funny.
Okay.
I know what you want to
Explain
ask.
to me about...
We always look at what people have on special skills because sometimes you want to know, do people really read that?
If I were
And we do.
If I were to say, I'm booking a movie and I need someone to bowl...
Big Lebowski.
Yeah, the Big Lebowski Part 2, dancing bowling number. How good of a bowler are you, scale of 1 to 10?
Well, first let me say, that was put down when I used to go bowl a lot. I had a friend in town.
At Jerry's Deli.
Yeah, I had a friend in town a couple weeks ago, and we actually went bowling. And I am the most inconsistent bowler. I did get strikes.
Good.
Okay.
But I got as many gutter balls as I got strikes.
Hey, you win some, you lose some.
Exactly. I was like, and strike, yes, and gutter ball. And
That's called living really high highs and low lows. No, I'm kidding, I'm
Exactly.
kidding. No, I love bowling. I took it in college.
So
As
is
my
this the
PE
same for
credit.
snow skiing and water skiing?
No, I haven't done it in years, but I used to like actually be very, very good at both of those.
So I think you could pick
Okay.
that up probably pretty quick again.
yeah.
You also have lookalikes, Marilyn Monroe and Madonna. Do you work a lot as...
I used to.
Yeah.
When I first moved to LA,
Great.
that's what I did.
That is
Cool.
so cool.
Did you stand in, work, dance double? What kind of stuff?
I did.
She's like
the
anything.
Clueless TV show was a
Uh-huh.
Marilyn Monroe one. I did some parties and stuff. Just all different things.
Awesome.
Photos.
How is it hard to? Did you do all your own makeup?
I did all my own makeup.
Oh my god!
You
What is
have
that?
to, right?
Yeah.
'Cause,
Yeah,
you
but
know-
me-
I would
was
have all
that-
the pictures
was that
around in the
hard?
bathroom and just kind of. Well, I was an art major in college too, so
Oh,
I
cool.
just kind of painted what I saw.
On my face.
Yeah.
That's so awesome. I love that. I love that. Okay, so I want to just recap because I know we're getting to the end of the show.
Sorry, you have great stuff.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm just kind of reading through. I mean,
He's actually enamored with your bio and
Well, I
things, so
love
we
it.
can't get him back in here.
it's very different than a lot of the guests we've had on. We have a lot of live stuff, which is, I think, really a lost art. You know, I mean,
Right.
especially in Los
Right,
Angeles.
right.
You can go to Chicago and Vegas
Oh,
and whatever.
absolutely.
But
Absolutely.
here, it's hard to find a great live dance show.
Right.
So
Well,
this
that-
is exciting.
Yes, and that's why we're going to go back and just pick up your dance company is performing in Santa Monica.
August 23rd and 24th at the Mix Match Dance Festival.
And is that in a theater somewhere over there?
Yes. I don't remember the name
It's
of
okay,
the theater.
don't worry.
Um,
They can look it up on NichelleBane.com.
Yes.
Everything is at NichelleBane.com. So that makes it easy for everyone.
Yes.
Okay.
And you'll be, or do you tweet a lot?
I'm trying to get better at it. I'm not that good at it.
Everyone says that.
Well, and especially as dancers, don't we all come and go, I'm trying to improve.
Right.
Most people wouldn't say that.
Everything is trying to improve.
I'm trying to improve on that. Which
if
is
they-
great. You can see some great live dancing. And then the other thing is, don't forget about the workshop, which also there's a link for you to go to LA Ballet from NichelleBane.com. So 2 fabulous days of a workshop, very well-rounded.
Yes. I'm very excited
In a
about
beautiful
it.
facility. So
Yeah.
you're kind of at a win-win-win-win.
Okay, I have to do this before I forget. I'm very excited. Everyone in Hollywood's connected to Kevin Bacon within 6 steps.
Okay.
This is your life.
This is your
This
life.
is my life. I love it.
You were in Austin Powers, The Spy Who Shagged Me, which was Austin Powers 2,
Right.
with Mike Myers, who is in, you were in Austin Powers, The Spy Who Shagged Me with Tim Robbins,
Okay. Yes.
right? Who is in Mystic River with Kevin Bacon.
Oh, it's
Okay.
a 2.
You got a 2. That's pretty good.
That's good.
That's
Wow.
good. Now, do
We haven't had many 2s.
you want to try and say this?
Oh, the Kent. No, you.
No.
you
I can never say it right.
Okay.
In lieu of Kinney Warmold reviving the Rin McCormick role in the revival.
And since we know I claimed I know him. We have to do this,
Yeah.
right? So your separation between you and Kenny number.
You were in Austin Powers, The Spy Who Shagged Me with Mike Myers, who is in, no wait,
This was
who is in Austin Powers Goldmember with Kelly Cooper, who is in Clerks 2 with Kinney Warmold. So you're a 3 on that one.
Well, there you go.
There you go.
I love how when we say that to people, they're like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, it's true. It's
I
like,
think they think about it more when they leave. Well, that's interesting.
because I don't really know.
It is. It's funny how many people though are connected to Kevin Bacon.
That it is.
We've never had anybody come in and be a 5 or a 6.
Oh,
Ever.
We've never even had a 1, though. That's the other thing.
I thought we had a 1.
No, they have to be in the show with him. Do you know anyone who's worked with Kevin Bacon in the show?
No.
Well, then for sure, nobody. I would have thought, at some point with him being Footloose,
That's what I was thinking.
we just don't know anybody. I guess
Anyone
that
that was
danced
in the
in that
original.
movie. Who choreographed that?
What?
It wasn't Kenny Ortega.
Who?
Footloose.
Footloose.
Yeah.
Oh, who choreographed the new one? Sorry.
No, who
The original.
The original.
The original, I don't know who choreographed. That's a good
Who
question.
choreographed it? Well, it was mainly partner. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, listeners, that's what we want to know from you.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so Nichelle, in the future, what is your Shangri-La? What's your pinnacle? What do you hope to achieve other than paying your dancers hundreds of thousands of dollars, which we love you? Oh!
Go ahead. She can
What
do
is it?
this.
We got time.
Just to continue and success.
Continue in success, which is hard to do, and be happy
Exactly.
at the same time. Well, I think if anybody can do it, you can. You're a very lovely individual.
Well, thank you.
Thank you for taking the time and coming over and
Thank
this
you.
interview, because I know it's like right in the middle of your morning.
Well, that's what we do here, though. At Infinite Dance Cast, we just come in and
Obviously,
mess up
she
people's
knows-
mornings.
Stop it. Stop it.
We want to send a special thank you to our producers, Michael, better than a baritone bass, Benicos. You want to try this one, Desiree? And Janae,
I don't know how to do this.
Milk of
Amnesia.
Isn't that for heartburn? Mercedes for producing our show.
No. We still love you, Janae. We're Nick and Desiree's Infinite Dance Cast. You can download each and every one of our episodes for free on iTunes or directly to your smartphone device.
But most of all, we want to thank you, the listener, because remember, without you, only our mothers would be listening.
And I still think that's really sad.
Nichelle, thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming. We'll see you next week.